Hey Hermits, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dara and today I'm going to do a mini secondhand book haul. So a few weeks ago, in fact like the day before I came down with COVID, I went on a little charity shop run in a town that I haven't really been to for years and years. I actually used to live there probably like 8 years ago. Haven't really been back, but we were driving through and I remembered that they had a load of great charity shops there, so we just parked up and had a little wander, and I found such gems for such a bargain, which fills me with all kind of joy because I love book shopping, I love bargain shopping, and when those two things come together it's just a great day. So I've got a little stack here and I thought I would just show you what I managed to pick up. I'm just going to do them in order that I purchased them. So the first place that we stopped in had these two, and they both have a little bit of a story. So first of all, we have Detransition Baby by Torrey, and I've actually had this on my wish list for probably since it came out. And I heard somebody mention it, and I added it to my wish list and I just never picked it up, but then I found it for 50p, which is insane. So I'm finally going to get to this one, which is great news, and I'm thrilled that I got it for such an absolute steal. In that same shop, I also picked up Haunted by Kelley Armstrong. Now, I'm a big fan of Kelley Armstrong, and this series in particular brings me great joy. It's the Otherworld series, and I've actually read this one before. I used to have it, but when my dog was a puppy, she enjoyed it also and she ended up chewing it up. But because I'd already read it, I kind of hadn't made it a priority to repurchase it. But I did have in mind that I would like to get it one day, just because I know that I'll want to reread this series at some point. I haven't finished it the first time round yet. There are quite a few books in it. I haven't finished the series, but I know one day in the future I will want to reread it all again. And so when I saw this on the shelf for 50p, I thought absolutely, and I thought it was really weird to see it as well, because this one is like, I want to say book 6 or 7, something like that. And so to just see that one randomly on the shelf, I thought was odd. Like usually you will see the first couple in a series, but I very rarely see like the exact one that I'm missing. Like that's a lucky day. But again, 50p, such a bargain. The next one was also 50p, and that is Rivals by Jilly, and it's also another one from a series that I've been collecting. So I've actually never read anything by Jilly, but she's been very much recommended to me by friends of mine who love like a smutty dramatic romance. Like she has written many books. This series I believe started in the 80s, and it's really hard to get your hands on the earliest books in the series, and this is book 2. I've got most of the rest of the series. I have like book 1, book 3, book 4, book 5, book 6, but I was missing number 2, so managing to pick that up for 50p, also a good day. And then the next, like these are the biggest bargains of all. So the last shop that we went into they actually had a table of free books. Like if you just wanted to take them, you could. There was nothing on there that took my fancy, but like everything else in there, so all of the other books were 10p each, which is crazy to me. But I did come out with a few. So the first one was The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty, which is by Anne Rice, writing as A.N. Roquelaure. I don't know how you pronounce that surname, but it's like a sexy retelling of Sleeping Beauty, and I already know that I love Anne Rice's writing style. I've read a couple of the Vampire Chronicles and really enjoyed those, and I've also read the first in the Lives of the Mayfair Witches series. Really enjoyed that, so I know I like her style, and I did have this sort of on the list in my head of something that I want to read one day. And so when I saw this with this like battered like old cover from the 80s, it's like so dated, I love it, for 10p, I was like, do you know what, it just needs to come home. It's 10p. And then I also picked up 4 books from like a cozy mystery series, again 10p each, because I love the cover, they just sound delightful. I believe they're all set in like the 1920s-ish. But we have Gunpowder Plot, Sheer Folly, A Mourning Wedding, I love that cover, and To Davy Jones Below. They just look like they're going to be a fun time, and for 10p each, you can't really complain. Oh, I didn't mention the name of the series. It's the Daisy Dalrymple Mystery series by Carola Dunn. I've honestly never heard of them, but the covers like jumped out to me, and again, 10p. And I do go through phases of really enjoying reading like light mysteries, particularly in the summer, so I'm probably going to tackle these in the summer. But all in all, like managing to get this stack of books for £2, like I feel like it's such a steal. I want more people to be buying books in charity shops, because honestly, it's just the best. You come across like amazing finds that you actually want to read and had in mind that you wanted to read, but you also come across some real gems that you never even considered. Some of my favourite books of all time have been random selections from charity shop shelves. I just love it. It's good for the environment, it's good for your purse, it's good for your mental health. Like, why aren't more people doing it? Anyway, that is the mini haul for today. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you've read any of these books, and if you have a recommendation as to which I start with. I'm all ears. But without further ado, I will love you and leave you, and I will see you in my next video.